Now, irrespective of how traumatic your past may have been, regardless of how much abuse you may have suffered, the truth is, you have made it to this point. You are watching this video right now. That's a big, big win. A lot of people wouldn't have made it up to this point. They would have quit life. And I'm sure you know what I mean. They would have quit life and that's it. But the fact that you are still here, watching me, trying to bring change, watching this video is an indicator, is a signal that you are trying to bring a positive change. That is a big win. Honestly, that is a very, very big win. And you've got to give yourself credit just for doing this. Now, the next step is understanding that whatever has happened in the past has happened and it didn't happen any other way because it just didn't happen. That expectation you hold in your mind of what the past should have been, could have been, would have been, had you done this, had this person done this, that is all in your mind. So in this present moment, your mind is the cause of your suffering. You're looking at the past, wishing that this event had turned out in this way because then that would have happened like this and then etc, etc, etc. But the truth is that didn't happen. That just did not happen. And the more you dwell on what the past could have been, the more you are making your future the same as your past. You are making it absolutely certain that your future will be the same as your past the more you dwell and focus on the past. Time does not move in a circle. Our watch is in a circle, the clock is in a circle, but time does not move in a circular motion. Time moves from left to right. Here was the past. Here is the present moment. Here is the future. If you're moving like this, but you're looking at the past there, realizing the negative events, the trauma, the negative energy, the baggage, if you're looking back and you're moving forward, this moment here will be the same as that moment there. Really understand that. Really let that sink in. If you're moving forward, but you're looking back and you're carrying all the negative baggage, the toxic situations, the manipulative events from the past into the future, then your future will be the same as your past. It's like you've decided to take the backpack of negativity and keep walking forward into the future. So you're creating the future, which is the same as your past. And then you wonder why you might be stuck. Why am I stuck? I just don't feel like I'm progressing. Yeah, you're not progressing because you have failed to realize that you're only meant to take the wisdom and the lessons from the past into the future and discard everything else. You do not need anything else from the past apart from the wisdom and the lessons that it absolutely holds. And it's your job to seek those lessons and wisdom and move forward. Really understand that. So the more you move into the future, but you keep looking back over your shoulder at the past and dwelling and saying, oh, I'm just so unlucky. I'm just not cut out for it. I'm just not meant for anything good. Your future will be the same as the past, so you won't progress. Life in itself, the universe, nature, is all evolution. There's constant, consistent change. You have sunshine, then you have rain. You have storms, then you have the summertime. You have snow. Like there's always polarities. That's the way nature is. It's consistent evolution. If you are not consistently evolving, then you'll be stuck. And that feeling of being stuck is communicated through you by feeling uneasy, anxious, worried, sad. When you have that uneasy feeling in your stomach, that's literally your brain telling you, you're not changing, I am not happy, do something about it. But you're seeing that negative feeling and saying, oh, why am I feeling like this? You're feeling like this because you're not going with the flow of nature, with how you're meant to be progressing. And that is through consistent, constant evolution and progress and failure and setbacks and moving forward, then looking back, taking the lessons, going forward. That's the consistent cycle of who we are at our core. But if you're looking back at your past, dwelling, regretting, crying about what should have been, your future can physically not be different. It's physically impossible for your future to be different. And you've really got to understand that. And that moves me on to my next point. If you're proud of who you are right now, that means every single event, every single heartbreak, trauma, negative event, failure, setback, along with the positives, they have shaped you into who you are right now in this very moment watching this video. So if you are proud of this person watching this right now, that means all those negative events should be events that you are proud of. You should walk around with a badge of trauma, with a badge of honor, holding it and saying, you know what? I am proud that I had that trauma, that I had that experience, because this has shaped me into who I am right now, and I am proud of who I am right now. By wishing that the past should have been different or should have turned out in a different manner, that means you're not happy with who you are right now, watching this video. But if you are genuinely proud and happy with who you have become over the years of difficulty, trauma, stress, heartbreak, then you should genuinely be proud of your past. You should talk about it with honor, with integrity. Yeah, I had a very difficult past. I had a traumatic past, but I've made it to this point. I'm looking at everyone and I've made it. I know in the room when I look at everyone, I've gone through the most compared to everyone else. So I'm stronger, I'm wiser than everyone else. That gives me courage to try things that others wouldn't try. Shift your perspective into one that serves you. But if you're not happy with who you are right now, that is because the future version of you, which is the ultimate version of you, is communicating through that feeling of unease that you get, that who you are right now and what you're doing is not in alignment with the ultimate version of you. And now it's an indicator for change. It's a catalyst for change. And only you can bring that change. So that future version of you, the ultimate peak, best version of you, is telling you, hey, what you're doing right now is not good enough. I know you're more capable, so let's take action to meet that ultimate version of you. So that feeling of unease, that tension, that anxiety that you get, those butterflies that you get every single day, that's because the ultimate version of you is not happy with what you're doing. So what do you need to do? You need to bring about change. You need to bring about positive change to start to impress that future version of you. Impress them. Show them that, hey, I didn't feel like going to the gym today, but I did. I didn't feel like starting that new project, I did. I didn't feel like making that phone call that I knew would be uncomfortable, but I did. Right? That's the sort of surprise that you should give to the future version of you. So then when the future version of you is watching you, wow, this person's actually making progress in the direction that they will end up meeting me. Let me give them some praise. And then you start to feel momentum. So that feeling of praise that you get from that future version of you is communicated through momentum, through feeling in the zone, through not being able to sleep because you're so excited, because you have so many ideas. So you're like, yeah, I'm in the zone. Come on. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Understand that those feelings are there as an indicator, if it's negative, to bring about genuine change right now. But if you're in the zone, if you're in the groove, if you have your mojo, that means you're on the track to meeting the future ultimate version of you. And this is the moment, ladies and gentlemen, where you can't stop. You just got to keep going, keep pushing, keep pursuing, keep at it. Because the more you do it, the more you're getting closer to meeting the future version of you. And you may never ever meet the future version of you, the ultimate version of you. But guess what? Just the pursuit of it puts you in a path like no other, puts you in the 1%. Always remember that.